Okay, guys, so welcome back. For today, you are just coloring in your primary colors. So your red, your yellow, and your blue. And I just want to talk about how we're doing this. So we marked yesterday, we color coded what color went where with all of the colors. So for example, this one says BV for blue violet. I'll turn it so you can read it. BV, 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 every other space. So one space is left white. Okay. You can see this one has my orange. This one has my yellow orange. And I kind of altered so that it's going to go from a white space to a filled in space. White space. This is going to get filled in. White space, filled in. White space, filled in. That's not required, but I do think it makes the design a little bit more interesting. Since we're doing a different color in each section, it really doesn't matter if all of the color sections flow together, and you can kind of get creative and decide how you want to do it. So if you already labeled it differently, it does not matter, okay? Just showing you how I did mine. So for today, you're only doing your red, yellow, and blue, but I already have those done. So I'm going to move here to yellow, orange, and just show you what I'm expecting you to be doing for this, okay? So again, we're looking at every other section. And as I said, our preferred materials are going to be permanent markers, either Sharpie or some other brand, it doesn't matter. You can also do this step with watercolors. I would say preferred over watercolors would be tempera paints or poster paints if you have like the little tiny bottles of paint. You could also possibly have acrylic paint would work as well. So you might actually have like, here's a Crayola washable paint. This works perfectly, or not washable, but these are those little containers that I'm talking about. These work great, okay? And I actually did my other one that I showed you guys. This is done with the tempera paints or the poster paints. Okay, so you can see every other section is solid color. So we're just painting it in solid, coloring it in solid, whatever that might be. Okay, so I'm just going to color in where I labeled it. I'm going to color this in. This is my yellow orange. And I'm just coloring it in solid. Again, this could be in watercolor paint, tempera paint, marker. If you don't have any of those things, go ahead and just use your colored pencil, okay? So I'm going to do this one in colored pencil just to show you. This is my every other one, so this is not going to have any shading. This is solid. Okay, so I'm just laying down my color, going back over it. I am using a great deal of pressure. I want it to just be solid color, almost so that it looks like paint or marker. We want that nice smooth coloring, so I'm going to go back over it in another direction, go around my edges real nicely, make sure I don't have any white showing. We want people to kind of wonder, is that colored pencil, or is that marker, or is that paint? So if you're using colored pencil, this is definitely doable this way. Just get it colored in, okay? So I don't even know if on video you can tell the difference there. And then I would do that one more time in my space up here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and switch back to marker. Okay, so I filled that last piece in. And then I'm going to go back to my white areas that are left. So for this is where we're now going to add that shading. Okay, so we're using our smooth shading skills that we have. And I know I have this done in black marker. You can wait until the end and go over in black marker. I just kind of have that so you guys can see it a little bit more clearly right now. But if you already did it, or if you want to do it first, you can, because you can see I can actually kind of almost color right over it and it's not going to matter. So if outlining it in that black marker now helps you, and go for it. If not, we'll do that later. And I'm going to build up that dark. So I started all light. I'm going to build up that dark on just my edges. Going over it in just a slightly different direction. Now I want to kind of curve it in towards the middle. So I want these to look like cones, remember? So if you look at this one over here, where it looks like it's going up. Okay, so I want to kind of go with that rounded edge to make it feel like it's sort of a cone. Curve it that way. Remember some of our tips and tricks of turning the paper to make sure your wrist is comfortable, right? Layer in different directions for your smoothness. Use a light touch and just build it up. Okay, so we're getting that kind of light spot in the middle. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing on this section. And then again, you are doing this today for red, yellow, and blue. On Thursday, you are going to do your secondary colors. Friday, you're going to do 3 of the intermediate colors. If you don't have a big set of colored pencils, if you only have like the set of 12, that's the most common really, you're going to have to do a little color mixing. Okay, so you might have to go in, I'm doing one of my intermediate colors right now. You're going to have to go in and maybe use a little bit of orange real light, and then go back over, add some yellow in there to make it yellow-orange. Okay, so that's a possibility depending on your set of colored pencils. I was lucky. I found a yellow-orange colored pencil, so that helped me out right there. Okay, but you might have to do some color mixing. Now our next project is going to be a watercolor painting. So I need you guys to email me if you do not have a set of watercolors. Food dye can be used to make watercolor paint, or water-based markers. Water-based markers can be soaked for just a little while in some water and they will make paint. Okay, if you don't have those things, you need to email me so I can help you get some supplies. Okay, I want everybody to be able to paint. And again, going over this in my other direction, leaving that light spot, working on my smooth shading. And guys, tomorrow, Thursday, is our office hours. So come join me. Show me what you got done so far. Ask questions. Let me know how it's going. Just pop in and say hi. I miss you guys. Okay, so that is it for my yellow-orange, and that's what you are doing today for red, yellow, and blue. And then tomorrow you'll do your orange, your green, and your violet, and then you'll start working on those intermediate colors. Leave me a message if you need any help. Bye, guys.